As of this morning, there are still 32 active forest fires in Kentucky. Since last Friday, over 20,000 acres have burned.
All this might help to dampen things a bit. Some of our larger fuel sources, so trees that are burning, large log materials and things of that nature, that's not going to be enough to put those out.
Two fires in particular are of greatest concern. The Alex Creek Road fire in Knox County, which has burned at least 2,500 acres, and the Yoakum Creek Road fire in Harlan County, which has burned at least 1,000 acres. The weather also is returning unfavorable for firefighters once again.
Given everything that we're up against, we are going to do our best with the crews that we have, and with the emergency declaration being made and the state of emergency across the entire state, we can now activate additional resources such as the Emergency Management of Kentucky as well as the National Guard of Kentucky to help further protect the citizens here in the state.
And just because it did rain does not mean to start burning once again.
We are strongly encouraging folks to please not burn, even though the landscape may be wet. It is already starting to dry out, and once we get some sun on the ground, it's going to dry out even faster.
From Frankfort, I'm Ben Beddoes, WKYT.